Good afternoon everyone, I am Augie F, this is Rage, and this is my review of the Ride on Air M1 Mini. Alright, so we're going to talk about firstly what you get packed with the M1 Mini when it's sent to you. We're also then going to talk about the installation process, and finally I'm going to get into the benefits and, if there were any, some of the flaws with the product. Let's get this started. Firstly, what you get is this unit which holds the air in it. Feels like it's made out of rubber, but I could be wrong. You also get this cover which goes around this and kind of makes it a little more appealing, but it does have some functionality to it. You also have a pump which you can use to inflate and deflate the bladder, or this tube which we were talking about. And you get two of these straps, and in case you're wondering, yes, they are very similar to bra straps. Now the way this works is you attach this pump to the valve here, like so, by screwing this into the valve, and then you can just use this pump to fill air into the unit, and you can see it getting filled a little more and more and more. If you wanted to release some of the air from the seat, in case you fill it too much or you want to adjust the pressure to suit your weight and the seat height you want, all you need to do is just use this air release key and press it against the stem of this valve, which is over here. And when you do that, it automatically starts to deflate. Now the next thing you want to do is cover the actual unit with the seat cover which you get along with it. Now I want to just draw your attention to the inner lining of this seat. If you can have a look through it, there's a mesh fabric used on the front and on the sides of the actual seat cover. We're going to talk about how that benefits us a little later in this video, but just remember that that exists over there, mesh fabric. Okay, the next step in the installation process is to just put this bladder into the actual seat cover like this. It's pretty easy to do that, and if you turn it over, you can see it has velcro straps over here which allow you to secure it in place like that, and it's done. Now unfortunately I only have one of these. Someone stole it from the motorcycle when it was parked. I had taken the seat away, but I left the straps kind of hanging from there, so I guess someone needed an extra bra strap and they chose mine. What I'm using right now is a shoelace around this, and that worked pretty well on the entire ride to India Bike Week and back. So that was approximately 1300 kilometers to and fro, and it stayed in place nevertheless, and this helped it kind of stay down as well. Okay, I'm going to show you how to install the Ride on Air Mini onto a KTM RC390 seat. Understand that the installation process would obviously be a little different for your own motorcycle. Some of you have removable seats, some of you don't, and maybe the whole procedure is a little more complicated for you, but it's pretty simple on an RC390. So the first thing you'll need to do is take the seat off your RC390. So just going to do that. There we go. You want to then place your Ride on Air seat above your stock seat, and then just turn that over, so you can now customize the fit and the placement of your Ride on Air seat. Now since I put a shoelace here, I'm just going to knock this over like so, so it's in place. What I did was I placed it just around that curve over there, so it's kind of secure and it doesn't move back and forth. You can do that with the strap as well if you have it. Hopefully no one steals your bra straps. The next step is to put the second strap, or hook the second strap onto the seat. Now if you look closely, there's an opening on this side and a closing on this side, right? It's the other way around on the other side. What I do is, if I'm hooking this up to the back of the seat, I'd place it like this, like the opening was facing in the front. So in case the seat is moving a little back when I'm riding, this thing doesn't get unhooked. And that's just something I've decided to do. It's not that it's been unhooking itself, it's just that it provides that additional security. And if you need to, you can always adjust the length of the strap as well using this system over here. Okay, so we hook this up like so, and from the other side as well. And I usually twist this so that the closed side is at the back. You turn it over, make sure everything's in place. I tuck these laces under the seat so that it doesn't flap around while riding, and then it's just a matter of putting the seat back into place. There we go. It's that simple. So that's the installation of the seat for you. Now, pros and cons. Firstly, I'm using the Mini because the seat on the RC390 is pretty small, but you do get a bigger seat in case you've got a larger seat on your motorcycle. And the seats are universal, so they'll fit pretty much any seat on a motorcycle out there. What's also good is that these seats can be fitted to the pillion seat as well. So in case you've got probably like an R15 version 2 and you find the seat to be uncomfortable for the pillion as well, which it is, then you can just put one of these on top of it. Oh, nice to see that. Rider and pillion with helmets. Anyway, yeah, so you can just put the ride-on-air unit on the rear seat as well. Make sure it's secured. You wouldn't want your pillion falling off, and that would take care of the comfort issues over there as well. The units are a bit costly, but again, if you look at international variants of this, they are pretty expensive as well, and plus you'll have to probably pay for the shipping along with that. Here's my take on the seat. It served the purpose. I was able to ride from Bombay to Goa with pretty much no pain in my butt. And on an RC390, that's saying a lot. I was actually contemplating how I was going to complete the ride with the seat, because I remember I suffered with the R15 seat. This was, to me, a little more comfortable, but it still would be a pain in the butt riding with the stock seat all the way to Goa. This ride-on-air unit helped me resolve a lot of those comfort issues with the motorcycle. In fact, the only part of my body which was aching by the end of the ride were my knees. So apart from being comfortable, it also had a good amount of ventilation as well, and a good amount of airflow below me. So because of these mesh panels which they've inserted on each sides of the seat and in the front, it allowed a lot of air to pass through as well. So it was really comfortable, and it never really got hot when I was sitting on the motorcycle. Another thing I want you to keep in mind is not to fill the seat right up. If you see, there's a lot of give in the seat still. I've not filled it up completely because you need to sink into the seat, and if you fill it up completely, you're not going to be able to do that, and you're also going to feel a lot of pain in your butt because you've just put a hard seat on another hard seat. Imagine what that's going to do. Another thing the seat does is it absorbs some of the bumps you'll experience on the not so good roads on the way to Goa. So in that sense, it doesn't allow the entire impact of the bumps which you will come across to kind of go through your spine. So apart from your butt being comfortable, the seat also assists in absorbing some of the bumps which you'll experience, and thus lessening the impact to the rest of your body. Honestly, if you were to ask me about any cons about this seat, the only thing I could think of, and I'd be really nitpicky with it, is the fact that this sticks out. But it doesn't really interfere with your feet when you're sitting on the motorcycle. It doesn't really cause any discomfort whatsoever. It's just that aesthetically it's maybe a bit off, but I'd pick practicality over looks any day of the week, twice on Sunday. Now, the guys at Ride On Air told me that they are planning on releasing some new products in this line. Hopefully they've already been released by the time this video is out. Either way, I'm putting a link in the description of this video to their website. It not just has pictures of the units itself, but like I said, also pictures of the units on different motorcycles. They also do have a Facebook page and an Instagram account as well, which I'll link in the description. They've also got the installation guide online. That's always a nice thing because you'll have access to it anywhere. Shipping time, I'm not really sure, but they got this out to me really quickly. Probably within the span of 3 days, I think I had this unit delivered to me. So that's quick in my books. Yep, so that's it for my review of the Ride on Air Mini. Like I said, I think it's brilliant. It saved my butt on the way to Goa, pun intended, and I think it's worth the money. I definitely recommend it to anyone who owns an RC390 and enjoys touring, and even otherwise, if you've experienced pressure points in your seat when you've been riding long distance, I think this will help sort that out. Okay, that's it for my review of the Ride on Air Mini. If you liked it, do give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't, share feedback in the comment section. I always love to hear what you guys think. And if you've got any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comment section as well. I'll try and answer as many questions as I can, as and when I get the time. Thank you again for watching my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I've got a few more reviews coming up about products you can use on your motorcycle. And as always, ride safe. It's a jungle out there. Goodbye.